frame if you try and stay within frame. But
what are you going to do with that? Do you not know yet?
I'm just going to wait and see how I feel.
Put some Reverb artwork up, put some beers pouring, do some silly wacky stuff.
Yeah, maybe like reverberate
silly
as well.
Hello and welcome to Liner Notes. My name is Sam and I'm one of the co-founders.
I'm Tom and welcome.
Liner Notes is a series dedicated to giving you all the information you need to know about all of our beers here at Signature Brew.
Yeah, we're taking you into the can, literally into the can. With the help of our green screen, we actually could be inside the can. The budget's gone up, the whole thing's getting better. Next up, replacement actors for us two idiots.
I'm sure you can feel yourself enjoying it more as the budget increases.
So Sam, what beer are we talking about this week?
We are talking about one of our favourite New England IPAs. Reverb. Tom doesn't know what Reverb is.
It's one of the beers we did straight after our rebrand in 2018. An absolute favourite amongst the team here, and I can't wait to crack on.
So, shall we open the beer? Are we allowed to do that?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking you.
Yes.
Crack in and crack on. I mean, pours a straw-coloured haziness.
I'd go gold, sort of golden orangey. Yeah, on the nose you've got like sort of big citra flavours. It's just, for want of a better phrase, New Englandy, but you get like loads of tropicalness going on there. Taste with sort of, with guava, with passion fruit, with sort of big fruity, juicy flavours and kind of a sort of pillowy kind of mouthfeel there. It's got a lot of adjuncts in there, a lot of oats to sort of give it that sort of that depth and that big mouthfeel, and sort of filling everything and coating it, and then it lingers. It carries on for quite a long time after you've had that first sip.
Well, do you know what? You saying all that is making me enjoy it more.
Wow.
And I hope that
that's surprising.
You also think that. No, I know what you're saying. It's got low carb, low carbonation, and that pillowy cloud, super low bitterness.
It's like a water slide, ends in your mouth, but it's beer. And it's going whoosh. The explosion of water that covers everyone watching has happened to your gums. Oh! So we've got Mosaic and that old favourite Amarillo in here, which is giving that sort of lychee and again those tropical fruit flavours. It's got a light, really low bitterness, which is sort of, you know, famous in these sort of styles of beers, especially on the East Coast side, and that's just giving the sort of the fruity flavours more of a playground to sing and shine.
This is it's got some Nelson Sauvin in here, Nelson Sauvin hops, which are grown in New Zealand, home of Lord of the Rings, Flight of the Conchords, and who's that woman that they're a big fan of? Can't remember her name.
Are you thinking of the Prime Minister?
Having a bit of an earthquake here, Ryan. Quite a decent shake here.
Well, that was my backup if I forgot the woman who I was trying to think of. Lord. She's very good.
For rings.
And it's called Nelson Sauvin because it's grown in the same areas as the Sauvignon Blanc grape variety, which originally from France, but very, very popular in New Zealand, and yeah, kind of gives some of those same characteristics that you get from the terroir of the New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc wine. Savvy B, everyone loves a nice cold glass of Savvy B, and you get some of those characteristics here, the kind of the tropical flavours and the real crisp fruitiness.
You can't get loads of kgs of Nelson Sauvin each year, so we always try and lob a bit into our hop contract and then just play around with it and use it in some of the best styles that showcase what an amazing hop it is.
Tell us about how the stone fruit flavours are created in this beer.
Well, a lot of it comes from the yeast, which is less flocculent, which means it doesn't clump together and then fall to the base of our conical fermenters and clarify during the process of fermentation and maturation. And that's what essentially keeps the New England hazy. So we've got some of that yeast in suspension, and that's giving that stone fruit flavour. It's also giving us that sort of soft mouthfeel as well, and that sort of pillowy aesthetic to the beer itself. So, why is it called Reverb? Reverb. Is that right now?
That's good. You can say it once or 1,000 times. Reverb, the name of this beer, is a effect that happens to sound which can be manipulated in the studio. So if you think about going into a big cathedral, or if you're not religious, just a big room, and the reverberations that you can experience, that's reverb, and that can be used on a track. It can be used by guitarists with a reverb pedal that you hit on the ground, and that kind of creates that reverberation effect. I think I just said reverb Lots of times.
It's quite clear that I don't understand what reverb is from my attempts to provide reverb in this video. Can you do an example with your voice?
It's like a cool version. It's like a better version of echo that you can control.
But if you could do an example, that'd be ideal.
Reverb, 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 like that.
There we go. Since we're talking about the can, how about we talk about this nice little design we've got going on here? Tell us.
We thought it was kind of appropriate to just go straight to what the most direct use of reverb in live music, which is a reverb pedal, which you can see here on the can. And then with this kind of duotone colour effect, kind of taking it home, bringing it home. I think that we kind of thought that, like, going back to what you said earlier about the flavours and the tropical fruit hits, kind of builds and then slowly fades away. And that was kind of one of the reasons we called it reverb.
I'm a sucker for a can that uses some photography in a sort of stylistic way, so I absolutely love that. It's so cool. So that's reverb. Third time this little bad boy's been around in our little brew schedule. Get it while it's hot, or actually ice cold. It's tasting amazing. New Englands are always best drank fresh, so get onto sainsbury.co.uk to buy it online or get down to one of our venues or lovely stockists to try it on tap soon. Cheers.
Cheers. And this week we've got a new beer to talk about. It is called Rewind.
No, it's not.
Oh my word.